Hey guys, my name's Steph. I'm Botanist Cool. Today we're here with the one and only Ace Attorney expert herself,
Katie.
Katie. So I'm gonna say this again. Like last week, we will be doing two recordings in this one video. Halfway through, we will do a 3-minute break just to take a break for stretching the feetsies and all that stuff. Because next week or starting Sunday, I'm on vacation. Starting Sunday, I'm on a Shadow the Hedgehog is a bitch-ass motherfucker. Starting this Sunday, I am on vacation, and that means I'm not gonna be streaming. I don't know if Katie plans on hacking my Twitch and streaming for me, but I don't think she does.
Definitely not.
So I will be on vacation starting Sunday, and by the time you're watching this on YouTube, it's probably been a week past. So just so you guys know, we are recording 2 episodes today, and then we are going to yada yada yada, etc, etc, etc. Self-explanatory. Hey KSG, how you doing? Also, hey Chip, how you doing, bud? Oh, my back. Katie has been sending me knife emotes the entire time, being like, "How dare you miss D&D?" I'm joking. Please just know I am 100% joking. Good. Make sure to get further Monster Hunter World Iceborne. Fuck Ace. Trying to get into the sink. They're trying. Wait, what the hell are you talking about, KSG? Susato's back. I forgot. Yeah, she's back.
Oh, this room. It's been too long. It hasn't changed in the slightest, though.
I thought she'd dunk on us and be like, "Mr. Naruhodo, I left this room very clean. What the fuck? What have you done to it?"
And it's been 6 months, hasn't it? That's a long time for things to stay so familiar. There you go, Steph.
There's the dig.
There's the dig.
I'm doing fantastic, KSG. How are you, bud? I didn't know when you might return, and I wanted everything to be as you'd left it. But it's been some 6 months, it's true.
How is your father all right, Susie? What happened? My father?
Yes, Professor Mikotoba. I mean, it was half a year ago. That's why he went back to Japan. Because of a telegram he received saying he'd fallen ill with a very high fever for some unknown reason.
That's right. So I was surprised to learn you'd be coming back so soon. Surprised but happy. I think I wrote about it in my letter to you, that it was all a trick. My father is in fine health. I'm obviously very relieved about that.
But I did kick his ass from here to Timbuktu because I didn't want to come back.
You know how long those boat trips are? Insufferably long.
Also, has that box always been there? That red chest in that box? That doesn't...
I think so.
I don't know. For some reason, it just stands out to me. I don't know why.
Yeah, I mean, I'd never paid any mind, so...
Well, we're all delighted to have you back.
It was quite by accident that I've been able to return to Europe, actually.
Okay, how?
It's because of a very grand conference called the International Forensic Science Symposium.
Oh. These are friends. That's the same symposium Lord Strongheart mentioned! Yes, who would have guessed?
Anyway, I've arrived safe and sound, and all that matters is that I'm here now. After all, I haven't yet fulfilled my promise to you, Iris. Oh!
You must tell us everything that happened while you were back in Japan.
Yes, of course I shall.
My new cousin. And there's one other thing. Something you wrote in your letter that particularly grabbed at my attention. About you-know-who. About Kazuma.
I know. I'll tell you all that I can.
God damn it! Every fucking time. It's like, I'll tell you all I can. But first you have to prompt me. Oh god, this...
You gotta pretend that this is a video game.
Yeah, we like come on. We know it's a visual novel. It's just they there in the walls. Fantastic. All the NBs are in the walls, guys. KSG has confirmed it. Thank you for the stretch. That reminds me about Starfield, the people being pissed off about Starfield, the people being mad that you can't fucking land on a gas giant with your spaceship, and I'm like, come on, guys. All right, let's do this.
When I first arrived back in Japan, I really thought I'd never be allowed to return to Britain. But curiously, after that awful trial at the Supreme Court, Father's mood changed entirely.
The awful trial? Oh, yes! For the murder of Jaziel Brett.
Oh, you dressed as a man then, didn't you, Susie?
A very dashing one, apparently.
Oh, well, yes. Since women are forbidden in the courtroom, I had no choice. Wow, amazing! I wish I'd seen it. Don't you, Bruno?
Yeah, I mean, it only makes sense they added that costume into DLC or something, honestly. Like, who wouldn't add that costume specifically? Like, it's so clearly obvious that it is a Grand Slam for DLC. But yeah, I suppose so.
I want to play at being a lawyer now. I could wear a false mustache, maybe.
I'm sorry. I love it when people have false mustaches because they're always like, especially in media, they're always so sincerely false. And when someone does get like, it's peak comedy to me. And this is why I love like what I've done with Sir Jerome. It's peak comedy when someone who obviously does not have a mustache has a twisty curly Q mustache that's super paper thin that you can rip off your lip like easily, and people buy it. It's the funniest shit to me. It's just like, it's like base level comedy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, it depends, but it sure can be good.
I don't think any mustache could hide the fact that you are just 10 years old, Iris.
Don't worry, in the future, age won't be a problem.
There's something else I wanted to ask you, Mrs. Sato. It's about the real reason why Professor Mikotoba summoned you back to Japan. You said in your letter it was something to do with that convict's loot we found in Mr. Natsume's lodgings.
That's right. The very large dog collar we found with the bee emblem on it.
Baskervilles.
It seems Mr. Natsume included a drawing of the collar in the report he submitted about his time in Britain. I understand that when Father saw the report, he turned as wet as a sheet.
Why would that be, then?
Father came to Britain himself, of course, to study. It was some time ago now, but he stayed for 6 years.
Okay, I'm calling it. Mikotoba and Van Zeeks had a very steamy affair.
I can only imagine that something must have happened during that time.
Out of curiosity, did he himself know Van Zeek, Susata? You have to tell us legally or as entrapment. That's all I'm saying.
But if he refuses to tell me what it was, then I intend to find the answers for myself.
Actually, how old is Van Zeeks? Van Zeeks is 33. How old is... Fuck, we don't have his thing. How old is Mikotoba? $43. Never mind. No, Van Zeeks is too young.
I've decided that I, for one, won't keep any more secrets.
Like the one you were keeping from me before you left, just out of curiosity?
Oh, Susie!
That's a meaningful look just out of the sun's giving Iris there. Lord Strongheart mentioned something about the symposium too. I think he said that investigative authorities from 40 countries would attend.
Yes, and from Japan. My father and Judge Jikoku have been invited.
Let's go! The judge is coming! Please tell me we have to see his shenanigans in the peanut gallery.
It's something of an honor, I believe.
Well, Professor Mikotoba is the leading expert in forensic medicine in our country, after all. But who's the other person you mentioned? A judge, did you say?
Yes, His Excellency, Judge Seshiro Jikoku. You've met him, Mr. Naruhodo. Last year, in the Supreme Court. You can't have possibly forgotten. That terrible trial of yours, when you were accused of murder.
Ah, yes, I try to think of that as a positive turning point in my life these days.
Well, there's Judge Jikoku who presided over the trial.
Are we getting to see him? Is that the goodest boy?
No, that's not who I was talking about.
Okay. If I'm perfectly honest, I'd be happy never to see that man's face again in my life.
Oh, well, anyway. His father was invited to the symposium. He agreed to me returning to Britain, too. He won't actually arrive until next month, but, well, I couldn't wait.
Fair enough.
So I pleaded with him, and in the end, he agreed to me going on ahead.
Hell yeah. Yes, about the symposium. It seems as though Lord Strongheart has put on an awful lot of work to make it happen. It's obviously very important.
I believe it is, yes. As I understand it, Lord Strongheart organized the entire event himself.
Oh damn, alright.
I think he's hoping that by achieving exceptional results, he'll get the job of Attorney General.
The most senior position in the British justice system.
He's hoping to use his power to create the world's finest policing institution. That's what Father said, anyway. Apparently, it's Lord Strongheart's lifelong ambition.
Is this just propaganda now? I'm memeing here, Does Professor Mikotoba know Lord Strongheart personally then? I wonder. Actually, hold on. How old is Lord Strongheart? It's a 10-year difference again, maybe not. I mean, if he came to study, maybe Lord Strongheart taught him? Oh. Actually, Lord Strongheart gave me a long speech about this very subject only yesterday. Oh yeah, the one that
I definitely didn't sleep through it all.
I feel like I slept through it all because it took me a second to remember it. I lost the will to live early on and didn't really listen to much of it.
How trying for you.
Don't give me that look. Don't give me that false pity look, Susato. Don't do this to me. Don't do me dirty like this. I'm gonna wrap my ankle real quick. Jazeel Brett, the woman whose unforgivable actions ended in me being wrongfully accused of a crime I didn't commit. The murder of Dr. John H. Wilson. Something I'm definitely not going to say out loud in front of the child. Iris something Wilson. Don't know her middle name.
Yes, Giselle Brett. That's a name I won't forget for as long as I live. The extraordinary thing is, though, it seems it's a name we should all forget.
Sorry?
Since the incident, our government's intelligence services have been investigating Miss Brett.
Is she, like, a secret agent, man?
But it turns out that an English woman by the name of Giselle Brett didn't actually exist.
Oh, shit! Didn't exist, but how can that be?
It was a pseudonym. Her real name was Shin. And she wasn't a visiting student either. That was a front.
Shin? Doesn't sound like an English name. A front? Who on earth is she then?
Miss A. Shin. Her name is literally all our intelligence services have been able to ascertain about her.
They had to stretch that pun. They really had to stretch that pun, huh? She was certainly on a mission. Oh, fuck. That is... Listen, these games have made...
There's several puns, I believe, that could be here.
What is the other one? Because, like, you know, you guys, Ace Attorney has a habit of making punny names, right? Like Detective Dick Gumshoe. You know, detective.
Let me see. I'm trying to remember if we learned her first name in the trial or not.
I don't think so. This is the first time I'm hearing.
Because her full pun comes from her first name and her last name, so I won't say it if we haven't learned it.
I mean, you can see if you've learned it. I might have forgotten it.
I could just tell you. I don't think it's a super spoiler.
Yeah, just tell me then.
Her first name is Asa.
Assassin? Assassin. That's so good. Holy shit, it's so good. I love that name. Why? Okay. Miss Assassin.
But I do think there is a reason they put it like this, but I don't think you'll catch it on the first playthrough.
Miss Ashen. Miss Ashen.
No, don't worry about it.
Mission. It's like mission. It's like she's on a mission. This is what I thought it was. Anyways.
Nobody knows why or even how she came to be in Japan. It's a complete mystery.
What if Miss Assassin is actually like... what's his name? Van Zeke's predecessor or trainee. I'm just saying, have we ever seen them in the same room at the same time?
I guess we haven't.
Thank you for the hydrate. That makes no sense. It's no easy task to be accepted as a foreign student anywhere. What could this woman have been up to?
I'm afraid I don't really know. The only thing we can be sure of is that she had some business in our country that we don't yet understand.
Now she's been killed, while our questions surrounding her existence remain unanswered.
I'm afraid so.
Aishin. Who on earth is she? And why do I feel as though I've heard that name before somewhere? Maybe we have heard that name before. But like, just doesn't ring a bell to me.
I'll say this much, there's a reference that you're not supposed to remember on a first playthrough.
That makes sense. Okay, fair enough. Like, cause here's what I'm thinking. I know there's a name that we didn't know from the last game, on the end of the telegram, right? Because we had Cosmo's name, we had, what's his name's name, the dad's name, we had someone else's name, and we knew 3 of the names. There was a 4th one we didn't know. I don't know if that was Shin. Was that Shin?
It was.
Okay, okay. So I didn't remember that, but like, okay, that makes sense. So like, she had a goal, apparently she had a goal of targeting these 3 people, my guess, and murdering them. That's my crack theory for right now. After my friend... Oh, that's you.
After my friend Ray's trial.
The one trial I didn't have to speak.
The reporter who actually killed Miss Brett said something very strange.
Ooh. Fuck, what was your voice? What is your voice? Hey, I think I kind of went like a little newsy. No, I went too gumshoe there. Kind of going a little newsy, you know. I know the truth. I know you had a hand in what's going on. In that visiting student's fate. Nobody here in Japan knows anything about it. They don't know that the guy never made it to England. That he died on that steamship. That he'll never.
Obviously, I couldn't ask him to elaborate at the time. But later, I visited the man in his prison cell and asked him what he was going to say about Kazuma-sama.
And what'd you learn?
After he died on the voyage to Great Britain, his body should have been unladen at the port of Hong Kong and passed into the care of the consulate staff there.
Should have been?
Well, it turns out that his body never arrived. It just disappeared.
Okay, so what if Van Zeke's protege is Kazuma? I'm just saying, this is Star Wars rules now. If you don't see the dead body, it's not guaranteed dead. You know what I'm saying?
Isn't that like Dead Space rules? Or what was the one that you said?
Star Wars.
That's a Star Wars. Yeah, I've heard that rule for Dead Space. If I didn't kill it, it's not dead.
Oh yeah, I've never played Dead Space. I've been interested in trying it out, but like I never played it. But
that was a rule that I only played a little bit of it, mostly for funsies, so that people could see me jump and be scared.
I was about to ask if you were scared, because I know it's a horror game, and I was like, I know with horror games,
and one of
you
the
can get a
big
little...
rules there is if I didn't shoot it, it's not dead.
Yeah. Yeah, like if we didn't see Cosmo's dead body, except the fact that we did, but we never saw it, you know, in its finale. I guess we never saw it buried, so maybe it's like one of those things where it's like he took a poison, and the poison like really slowed his metabolism for 3 days. Some really big Sherlock Holmes bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And then like
put a rock underneath his arm, and that hit his pulse or whatever.
Yeah.
I never understood how that worked.
I don't know either. Do you have a court version of Kazuma and the Rob dude who helped Van Zeeks? What? Do you have a court record of Kazuma? That's a good question. Hold on. We do not have a court record of Kazuma. We have a court record of this guy. The apprentice to Lord Van Zeeks, whose face is always covered by a mask. He has an air of complete unassailable man. I'm gonna look at a picture of Kazuma and compare the chins real quick. Kazuma Asogi. Let me compare their chins. That's the only thing we can really... No, this dude's chin is a little, like, longer than Cosmo's chins. Cosmo's got, like, a pretty stout chin. Like, you know... Maybe, though.
I mean, it is hard to tell. Like, compare, like, the professor. Like, is it me, or does, like, he look a little bit funny in his profile as well? Professor Hairbrain over there.
Let me see. That's too long. You know, I'm sticking by that crack theory, though. I'm fucking sticking by that crack theory.
I love that crack theory. It's very fun.
Cosmo Sogi's the masked man. We didn't see his dead body, therefore it doesn't exist. Too many things you could guess about him is either Sholmes. No, it's not Sholmes. Sholmes couldn't keep that secret for his life. He could keep some secrets. He couldn't keep that one.
Hello, Mr. Naruto. No. I see you've come to the Reaper's lair.
The masked man needs to be Cosmo Sogi, in my personal opinion. I don't think... Listen. His body's gone. There's a grand conspiracy happening. And something's just really sussy. That's all I'm gonna say. The fact that his body disappeared. If they said he was buried, because I thought he was buried, right? I thought he was buried under where Mikotoba was at the thing. I did not use the badge. No. Have we seen the masked man and Sholmes in the same place at the same time? I don't think so. No, we have not. But like, you know, I look at the like thing like this, right? The body's gone. If they had said the body made it to Japan, I would be like, okay, dude's dead. The fact that his body's gone means he's alive. The fact that bringing it up now makes me feel like we've been not introduced, but like made aware vaguely of, like how we saw, like how we saw what's his name, fuckboy McGee who does the chest thing in the first game. Shamspear. Like how we saw Shamspear in the first game for like a second.
Oh yeah.
Like that, right? And here's the thing. Here's also the thing. The masked man never spoke.
So he didn't.
So like, if he never spoke, we have no proof that he isn't Kazuma. Does that make sense?
Understandable.
Kazuha. But like, he hasn't spoken.
No, Kazuma is correct.
No, Kazuma? Oh, okay, it's Kazuma. Okay. I thought I got confused with like
Kazuha is the guy from Genshin.
Right. The Kazoo man. But like, yeah, no, it just makes sense now. It feels right. It feels poetic. I don't know where but I haven't seen the poetry yet. You know what I'm saying? What color are Kazuma's eyes? Hold on.
I think they're brown.
Yeah, those look brown. What type of brown? Yeah, that's what I imagined. I don't know. It's kind of sussy. It's all I'm going to say about it. Anyways, my crack theory, this dude's Kazuma. What? Kazuma's body vanished?
The government tried to cover that fact up, it seems. They erected a grave on the cliffs by our hometown.
Yeah.
Except Kazuma-sama isn't there.
Did Professor Mikotoba know about this?
Yes, it would seem that he did.
Why do all these fucking idiots are like...
But he didn't tell me. They're still investigating what happened to Kazuma-sama's body as we speak.
Can we beat the shit out of Sholmes to get some answers? I just don't believe it. What is the acute feeling of apprehension I have all of a sudden? See, even he knows Kazuma is alive. Thinking back now, some of the things that happened on the SS Beria were definitely strange. I mean, after he died, we never saw his body again, did we? Could it be? Could it be that he's actually still alive?
Stop it, Mr. Naruhodo. It's too much to bear.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to, but...
Just thinking about the possibility pains me. So very much. Cast your mind back for a moment, Mr. Naruhodo. When Kazuma-sama was discovered, Mr. Sholmes was there, wasn't he? And he definitely examined the body. I remember it clearly.
Ah, yeah, the same person who had his name on the same secret government note. About Kazuma.
Sholmes didn't have his name on the note.
I thought Sholmes was there for some reason. Okay, never mind.
No.
Ah, you're right. So the same man who definitely has been truthful with us the entire time and hasn't been sneaky in any way, shape, or form, right, Susato? So if Kazuma actually hadn't done that at all, it would mean that Mr. Sholmes had lied to us.
But there's no reason why he possibly would have done such a thing.
Oh shit. I suppose it's true, yeah. Unless...
The idea that he might still be alive somewhere. It wants to fill me with hope, but I can't let it, because if it turned out not to be true, then I'd be back at the bottom of that awful pit of despair again. I'm terrified of what that might do to me.
Oh, Mrs. Sato. I know she's given the idea a thought it deserves. It's just not the time we're talking about, after all. I probably shouldn't push it now. I'm gonna go punch the mask man. We're gonna go wait, I can't move? What? I can't move? Oh, that's probably why.
Hello, Reno, it's me. I was listening the whole time. It must be about a year ago now. I wrote a really long story based on some of my father's old notes. It's about one of Hurley's greatest exploits. I called it The Hound of the Baskervilles.
I wonder if that has anything to do with a giant dog collar with a bee on it. How many more fucking stories do we have after this, out of curiosity again? Is this the second to last or last?
That's a complicated question to answer.
What do you mean it's a complicated question to answer? We're not... Alright, listen. Are we gonna be defending any orcas in this game?
No.
Okay. That means the manuscript somewhere no one could get their hands on it.
So nobody knows anything about it apart from Hurley and I. But for some reason... You knew the title of it, didn't you, Susie? Oh, it sounds so exciting. The Hound of the Baskervilles. I should love to read it.
Yeah, what secrets are you keep? Oh, miss, I'm not gonna keep secrets anymore.
Literally, this is being brought up now.
Yeah, I know.
And you wouldn't tell me how you'd come to know it. Yes, but I made you a promise that I would explain one day, didn't I? I think it's time.
For me to tell you, I'll explain it another day.
Oh! I'm only sorry I've had to keep it from you for so long, Iris.
Your father's dead. Yeah, your father's dead, Iris.
It was completely by accident that I came to know the title of your manuscript, Iris. It was a short while before we left Japan. I was cleaning Father's study, and I saw something on his writing desk. A large box of papers. There was a label affixed to the box that was written in English. It read, "A Hound of the Baskervilles."
What?
My Baskerville story! Of course, I had no idea what it was at the time. My father came in and...
Sato, what are you doing?
Oh, Father.
Did you look at those papers?
No, I simply read the label, that's all.
Well, put it out of your mind.
Sorry?
Forget that you ever saw it, and certainly don't tell anyone else about this. Do you understand? But what was Iris' manuscript doing in Japan?
I have no idea. But when I heard Iris mention the word Baskerville that day, the title just slipped out. I would never have guessed. There was an unpublished account of one of Mr. Sholm's exploits.
See, so this only furthers my evidence that Sholmes being on the Buria, right, was planned. To start with, fucking planned. Helped fake Kazuma's death.
When I returned to Japan, I asked Father to explain. But he refused to answer any of my questions.
Because he's an asshole!
And there was no sign of the big box in his office. That's really all I know about it. I've no doubt that Father has a very good reason for being so secretive about it. But still.
It's to make the game longer, guys. That's the reason.
Part of it. I made up my mind to explain myself to both of you. Well, thank you for being so honest, Susie. So, Mr. Naruhodo, I'm ready to start investigating if you are. I've committed every detail about the case to memory. And Iris has told me about the disturbing happenings at the Frankston Museum as well.
So you're fully abreast of the situation already. Mr. Sato, I'd expect nothing less, to be honest.
I would think our first port of call should be to investigate this Mr. Drebber, the engineer responsible for building the elaborate machine that was used to effect this extraordinary trick.
Yes, a conjurer source. Yes, a conjurer source by the sound of it. Well known in the fields of science and magic.
Then we need to go and arrest him.
Do not flip me. Well, yes. He must know the truth behind the case, so I agree that we really need to find this man.
It sounds like it's a case of tracking someone down. Which is a job for the police, or a great detective.
Would you know one of those? We're supposed to guess who she might be thinking of? We don't have much time, so we need to get started straight away, I think.
Good idea. Well, best of luck then.
Oh, you're not coming today?
I'm going to Brixton Road shortly for the herb market. You know how Hurley likes them dank herbs. But let me know later how you got on, won't you?
Hurley likes that dank kush, baby. That was a little abrupt. The pull of the herb market must be strong. I'm sorry, we are not going there first. We are going to the... Fuck!
Ripperoni.
I'm very angry. I wanna
He locked you out. He doesn't want you back there after you made fun of him.
I just want to take his, like, protege's mask off and see who he is. It has to be Cosmo.
It's like my favorite, like, thing is just going around Van Zeke's office while he's there making fun of him. Truly iconic.
Where are we going then? Let's put the manifest spells. Oh, the dude's not there anymore. Okay, cool.
Oh my, no wonder it's called the House of Horrors. I'd like to turn on my heels and go straight home, via the confectionery.
Being scared makes you crave sweets? I can understand that.
I was looking forward to a reunion after 6 months away, but... no sign of Mr. Sholmes anywhere.
I want to look to the right and just see him standing there. She just doesn't see him. That's strange. He should be here investigating the deduction of the waxwork. Oh, well, I suppose we'll just have to come back again later. Oh, he actually isn't here. This is not just... Hold on, wait. Just in case. Just in case. Hold on. Okay, he actually isn't here. I was curious if he'd be here or not be here. Hold on a second. Puppy! Hey,
I
Katie.
had no idea. Yes.
So October 24th will be one of our stream dates. It's depending on how long this trial is, it's not entirely impossible that on October 24th, it'll be in-game October 24th as well.
Ooh, how fun.
I know. Yeah, it's a fun little thing. Anyways.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I know what you mean. It's really packed here today. Get out of the way, Susato.
I know. It feels as though it's taken us 2 hours just to make our way through the crowds up to this point.
Has it? I should shut my brain down. I didn't really notice, to be honest.
We call that a time skip. Gosh, I do wish I had your absence of mind sometimes, Mr. Naruhodo.
I had to explain it to someone recently, where it's just like, I could just shut my brain off sometimes and it's gone. There's nothing there.
I can only do that without my intentional input, in which case it's more accurate to say my brain just shuts down without me.
That's a good point.
The first time it happened was in double block English, and it was scary. I came to, and I was being handed a paper, and I had no idea what was going on.
It used to be a fact that, like, there used to... I'm not gonna say... Actually, no, I'll be careful with what I say. There used to be times where just, like, I would be doing something, and just... because that something had nothing to do, my brain would just turn off. And then after I finished that something, it's like, oh, I'm back. I went on complete autopilot mode. And it's taken many and many years, and I still go on autopilot mode a lot to these days. But like it's taken many years to be less on autopilot mode. There's been times I'm on stream I've been on autopilot mode. Not on these streams, so I have to read and shit. But like there have been some streams where it's just like, especially Splatoon streams, and sometimes the old Monster Hunter streams where I'd just be like, and then 20 minutes later it's like, oh hey, I'm back. What's up? I think that's you.
I don't think it's me. I'm pretty sure it's not me.
Alright, I got it. I know who it is. It's translated. Okay, it was me. There you go. I had a feeling you lot would show your bugs before long. Oh, it's Dr. Gregson. I see you're hard at work as usual. Warm greetings to you. I do hope you've been keeping well since last we met. What's with all the ceremony? We just saw each other in court this morning. Not you, Sunshine, the gentlewoman so loyally at your side.
Oh. Why, thank you, Inspector. How good of you to notice.
He might be a bit rough around the edges, but he's still a proper English gentleman at heart, I suppose. As you probably guessed, we're hoping to investigate the scene some more. Right, well, that's the young trainee's domain. Oi, get over here, Gina! Please tell me that's the goodest boy.
He's the goodest boy.
Yeah, I knew it was a dog! Let's go! She seems to be busy playing with a puppy, probably giving it traditional East End training.
Gina. She's a police officer now.
Amazing, isn't it? She's a good kid, actually. Heart's in the right place, anyway. She's got a detection bug, if you ask me. Yeah, I think she'll follow my footsteps nicely. What do you mean? I'm being transferred. It's time for me to be saying toodaloo to London.
Oh no, really?
Oh no, she's gonna be here by herself in charge of detection? Oh shit, poor London. Like, don't get me wrong, I think she'll do great, but it's like having two very different kind of Hurlock chaos energies in both the actual legal sector and the non-legal sector. You're fucked on both ends. That's a bit sudden, isn't it? I had no idea. Where are you gonna be posted then? We'll come see how you're doing and getting along. Not likely, but you're welcome to try. If you don't mind a trip to France, that is. Oh shit, okay.
That's like what, 2 hours? How far European countries again?
I mean, back then it was going across the English Canal, Channel, whatever you call it.
Fair.
Nowadays, it's just like a highway trip. But underwater. How long trip between France?
London to Paris. Let's make it. Let's like give it like actual destination, so it's not like 10 feet.
Sure.
If you walk.
London
I mean, that's not. It's
to
not
Paris.
You know what I mean.
Yeah. So London to Paris trains, except all. So go from London to Paris. Let's say we're departing today and we're coming back on the 9th. I don't know. This is using Eurostar. It's actually not that expensive. It's only $200 to get from place to place. Alright, so you wanna take a guess to how long the train trip is?
No, just tell me.
2 hours, 20 minutes.
Oh, so I wasn't so wrong then.
No, you weren't. You're very close. Yeah, 2 hours, 20 minutes to get from London to Paris on train. That being said, I imagine back then it wasn't as quick, but, you know. Wow, actually, if you go on the 7th, it's only $120 instead of 200. That literally has nothing to do with us, though. So I'm gonna stop. I'm not gonna be able to do that anytime soon. To France. I'll be working in the Paris Police Prefecture. Should be right up my alley. But France is an entirely different country. I don't understand. Why would you be sent there? That's the way the adult work. I fucking wish. Send me to France Botanical Garden I work at. Please. Give me like a fucking French internship. I'd love to go. And don't go poking your nose where it's not wanted. I'm intending to take the kid with me when I go. Oh. What? You are taking Gina to Paris? Well, I can't leave her here in London. Who knows what will become of her? Suppose she's worried she'll slip back into slipping her hands into people's pockets and purses.
I don't think he's worried about her pickpocketing, Mr. Maruhodo. I think he's worried about the Reaper.
Oh, of course. So that's playing on each other's mind too, is it? Anyway, I haven't mentioned any of this to Gina. Don't go blabbing, you hear me? No, of course not. I gotta keep that diving diva safe and around. Until this is all over, at least.
Oi! You just called me a bloomin' diving diva again.
Damn! That's what got her attention. It's like when you're in the crowd, it's like, oh, guys, I'm looking for Gina, I can't find her. It's like, oh, don't worry, I got this. Oh, where's that diving diva? Oi! So you heard that, did you? Right, well, any questions about the scene, you can put them up to my capable detective diva over here.
Alright, you heard the boss.
No hi to Susie?
Inspector Lestrade's in charge now.
Suppose I better keep my word and not mention anything about Paris. So, Gina, you got a new dog, have you? Oh, look at the little toe beans!
Isn't he great? Toby's his name.
Look at the toe beans!
Oh, how delightful. He's absolutely adorable.
Yeah, the dog does seem lovely, but it's not so. But the not so lovely Inspector Gregson that's playing on my mind, to be honest. And you're still not saying hi. Can I look down and see the dog? I cannot. I'm really sad now.
If you talk to Gina, there's a chance that more dog will appear.
I mean, yeah, I imagine so, but. Where did you find the little mutt then, Gina?
Oi, don't be so flaming rude, Odo.
Slight overreaction, don't you think?
He ain't no mutt, alright. Toby's how to put it. Oh yeah, A bona fide detective.
Sorry.
I've given him a proper title and everything. It's Chief Inspector Toby to you.
It's like how Japan has, there's a town in Japan that has like their train station masters as cats. And it's like, I love it, it's great. Can I like, this is so good. More senior than Inspector Gregson, is he?
Oh, so he's a police dog, is he?
The police recruits dogs now?
I've heard that they're already being used officially in Germany as part of their city policing. They're used for chasing criminals and such like. They have a wonderful sense of smell, after all.
I have a fairly good sense of smell myself as it happens. I can tell I can tell undergarments that have been freshly laundered from undergarments that haven't. I would fucking hope so!
Ha! That's nothing compared to this little fellow, Odo.
Oh, really?
According to what the boss said. Once Toby here's got a good whiff of your drawers.
Why are you holding him like a gun?
So he can sniff you. He could chase that set to the other side of the world.
What's the other side of the world? You mean he can swim? Of course.
Mr. Naruhodo, I think you may have missed the point by a rather large margin.
My bad there. Clicked the wrong button. 1 second. And there we go. I just can't believe this little dog has such an incredible skill.
I'm telling you, Odo, there's gonna be more and more dogs doing their bit for the police in the future. Yes, I agree. And one will be named Missile. Boy, one of these days, they'll be barking orders at us lot, not the other way around.
I just love how, like, wild his fucking tail's going. Can I take this?
I'm so happy to see you.
Can I take this thing? I want to see, hold on. Reader. How do I turn off?
Let me see, is there a button to hide the text? I don't think so.
No,
some things have like things where you can hide the text, but I don't know if this is one of them.
Yeah, that's what I'm taking a look at right now. Box transparency, high. And it's close enough, but you can really see his tail fucking going at it. Look at those toe beans, I love him so much. This was worth it. This made the entire game worth it.
It was on low, yeah.
Yeah, I'll put it back on low.
Oh dear. Sorry, Gina. I don't think I agree with your vision quite that much. Well, anyway, whatever you think about that, Toby is Britain's first police dog. I found him down in the East End the other day. Someone had just chucked him out in the street.
There you go, I knew she lifted him from somewhere.
Oh, Gina, you're such a kind-hearted soul, aren't you? To children and to animals.
She still hasn't said hi to you, by the way, Susie. Gina, we're actually hoping that we can investigate this scene again.
Yeah, alright. If it's around here, you can do what you like.
Oh, that's alright, is it?
I'm gonna be playing with my new friend here.
Wait, you should probably be doing your job with him. Ah, yes, Toby.
The machine that exploded must be at the top of those stairs, I presume. I haven't actually seen it yet, so if you don't mind. Sorry, you can't go up there, Suze. Oh. It's like I told Odo yesterday. Even I wasn't allowed near that wreck. What's it called again? The reason we ain't supposed to touch it. The special dispensation of Scientific Equipment Act? Is that what you're thinking of? That's the one. That's why only them lot are allowed to investigate it. What they called again? The forensic something.
The forensic investigation team. Is that what you're thinking of?
That's the one, yeah. Isn't it the case that the special dispensation has been lifted? I think so. I don't really get it, to be truthful with you. You're still supposed to get permission from some bigwig or ever, as far as I know. What was his name again? Lord Strange something.
Strongheart?
I'm not sure that's quite right, Gina. I think we mean Lord Strongheart, perhaps? That's the one, yeah. Apparently he's always watching the time or something.
So if Lord Strongheart has expressed permission, we can't investigate the stage.
It was great, weren't it? Oh yeah, the right laugh. It was a new one on me, that. You know, being in court and not spending the whole time worrying about I'm gonna be found out. You did keep an awful lot of secrets in your previous court appearances, didn't you? Yeah, Noru's made things hard for me every single time and all.
Yeah. Just doing my job, Gina.
But watching someone else get it in the neck is a lot of fun, actually. It was amazing when you showed that dodgy professor's dodgy experiment was a total fix. The dodgy professor, as you put it, Gina, is Mr. Naruhodo's client.
Yeah, I'm starting to wish he wasn't, though. In here.
It's the boss I feel sorry for. Sent off to do the impossible.
What? There you go.
What do you mean? He's supposed to arrest that other cove, ain't he? And in time for tomorrow and all. You know, the dodgy engineer. What's his name again?
Mr. Drebber, you mean? Enoch Drebber? Hold on. What is this guy's pun?
Again, the Book of Enoch is a thing, which I think is just part of it. I don't know what the Drebber pun is, though.
Rebeberd. It's not backwards. I thought maybe they got a backwards name or something, like an anagram, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know. I have to look it up. That's the one, yeah.
I feel like we're doing this a lot right now, Gina. I feel like you forgot. I feel like you have.
Well, she don't read so good, do she?
I feel like she has approximate knowledge of many things. And I gotta appreciate that. So the police are looking for this mysterious man with the black monocle. I guess they would be.
Putting too much on the boss, if you ask me. He says it's giving him a gut ache.
That might be all the fish and chips.
Oh dear, but I do wonder if that isn't actually from all the fried food.
Susie, high five, girl! The engineer's whereabouts. So Scotland Yard is trying to track down Mr. Enoch Drebber. I wonder if they had any luck.
He's really funny looking. Got two eyes what don't match. Stole a glimpse of a picture of him earlier. I mean, I didn't actually pinch it or nothing. The old devil's got it.
Sorry, who?
You know, that scowling reaper what's always glugging down glasses of that blood red plonk.
Ah, Lord.
Ah, Lord Van Zeeks. He's always at in for me, that cove. Don't know what he's always scowling about, mind. Probably would have been a pretty good boss as it goes.
She'd rather be the Reaper's apprentice than a detective trainee? The way I see it, if the choice is between a chip-guzzling detective and a chalice-glugging demigod, you're equally badly off with both.
I suppose you're right. I hadn't thought about it like that.
Glad we put that one to bed.
Anyway, the point is, everyone at the yard's dead set on finding the fishy engineer. But there don't seem to be no clues to go on, so they stuck.
Nothing that could lead us to Trevor at all? What if I took a look around the crime scene?
I come to make an announcement. Shadow the Hedgehog's a bitch-ass.
Here's the scorching on the ground that you mentioned.
Yes, the initials left the green balloon's envelope. All clear evidence of the balloon that exploded on the day of the incident.
Poor Professor Harebrain. I do feel sorry for him that his dreams have been shattered like this.
Someone's well and truly burst his bubble, as it were. Okay. Sure, don't laugh. Ouch, I'm a bad person.
Ah, the Crystal Tower. I can't believe I'm seeing it at such close proximity with my own eyes.
You've really been looking forward to the great exhibition, haven't you, Mrs. Sato?
Oh yes, when I found out that I had to return to Japan, I'm afraid I cursed my luck.
But here you are, back in London, gazing up the magnificent tower.
I know. Perhaps I was wrong to curse my luck so harshly.
The stage up there is where the experiment was set up. It's very high, isn't it?
About 30 feet, I believe. Or 9 meters, if you prefer. Craning in your neck to see up to it starts to hurt after a while, doesn't it?
Yeah, we need to get up there and look around properly. Although, if I'm honest, climbing all these stairs makes my chest hurt.
Oh dear, I think perhaps you should exercise more, Mr. Nervable.
Let's go see Lord Strongheart. And after we talk to Strongheart, we will... Who the fuck is this? After we talk to Strongheart, we will take our break and all the good stuff. Oh, who's that standing beside Lord Strongheart?
I wonder. I've never seen her before.
It's Kazuma. What is that? Ah, the young champion of the court. You've had some success this morning, I understand. And you've thrown the entire government into disarray as a result. Oh. You mean because of Professor Harebrain's experiment? Sham science being demonstrated at London's great exhibition. The country's made look foolish, and now politicians are scrambling to respond. Lord Van Zeeks is at Whitehall as we speak, giving an emergency briefing. Oh dear, didn't mean to cause any trouble. None of this is your responsibility. The government is entirely to blame for having been taken in. The suspension that prevents the investigation at the scene will be annulled later today. Once that happens, my forensic investigation team will move in and deal with the scrap metal in no time. It's scrap metal now, is it?
Until later then, Lord Strongheart.
Is that a prosecutor's badge on her? But also like the medical badge on her?
Is that a prosecutor's badge? I don't remember what the badge looks like. It does kind of have the shape of one, but I don't think it's a prosecutor's badge.
Okay.
It does look kind of like one.
But she's designed very antagonistically with like visages similar to that of both Van Zeek's.
Well, she's very pointy is the thing.
Yeah. I feel like she could stab me. That's it. This isn't a thing like with Beidou where I'd be simping. Like, I would feel like she could kick my ass and I'd say thank you. I feel like she'd just stab me. That's it. No, legit. I feel like she'd just fucking murder me. No, that's it. That's it. I will be honest about my fucking simping, alright? I will be honest about that shit. She would just legitimately stab me. Yes, thank you. She concerns me. Put her in the court record. I want to investigate her later. Who is that? That was Dr. Courtney Sith, Scotland Yard's esteemed chief coroner. Leading the forensic investigation team handling this case. Just delivering her report about the victim, in fact. Oh, I see. About Mr. Assman. Following the outcome of the trial earlier, I asked the coroner's office to reevaluate its findings. Didn't have time to tell you what she concluded. If you want to know, you'll have to ask her directly, so we're gonna go see her anyways. You find her in the forensic laboratory. Ah, right. Now, what were you here to see me about? I can give you 7 minutes and 39 seconds of my time. It's not running quite so spectacularly late anymore. What exactly is the forensic investigation team that you mentioned before? The British Empire's police force must become the most exemplary in the world. For that to happen, it is imperative that we embrace the forensic science and everything that it has to offer. I first created the forensics investigation team a year ago, and now, unofficially, of course, to pave the way.
Goodness, a year ago.
And next on the symposium, I intend to present the results of their work to the world. Once I do that, the House of Lords will be powerless to oppose the creation of a full-scale forensics division. And once that happens, the position of Attorney General will be mine, and criminals will suffer dearly. What do you mean?
We'll tackle the root causes of criminals, of course. That's my entire...
For too long, these guys...
We'll tackle poverty, and...
education, and starvation, and childcare, and our, like, really horrible maternal system, and all that kind of stuff. But no. Actually, I did watch, Call of a Midwife, which was like a 1850s. We will stop the one who nuked Turkey. Yeah, right, Chip. Call of the Midwife was like an 1850s, I think it was. Hold on, wait. When did Call of the Midwife take place? Or was it 1950s? When did Call the Midwife take place? 1950s, excuse me. It took place in 1950s London. I watched Call of the Midwife, which took place in 1950s London. And it basically gave a really good look at how shitty parts of the UK's health system was, and how it actually led and aggravated a lot of its own issues, specifically when it came to things like childbearing, because obviously the main characters are midwives and nurses. Newbie! Thanks for the sub! Wait, aren't you still streaming? Oh no, you ended your stream. I just got a subs from Newbie. So I'm gonna give a thank you very much, Newbie. Quick shout out to Newbie Nerd, who is another streamer. Go check him out. A lot of fun. Plays a lot of Phasmophobia.
Hey.
You should know that as you know him as Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, he's a good guy. So give him some love. But yeah, so Call of the Midwife was very interesting in talking about how like the UK's medical system, specifically when it comes to midwifery and some other things like that, were actually kind of like absolute shite in the 50s. And I can only imagine it's still just as shit in the 1800s or 1902 specifically. So yeah, it's a good show. It can be very emotionally taxing though. That's all I can say about that. How you doing today, Newbie? We're with Katie here.
Hello. I'm not watching the stream chat, but hello.
Joe says hi. For too long, these scoundrels have made the mockery of our legal system with false evidence and bribes. The London scum is about to be rounded up and burnt in the fires of hell. Okay, bud. I intend to see it personally. Oh God, okay. By creating a literal fire pit and throwing them into it to protect our honor and our future. Look at those eyes. He means every word. He's gonna create a fire pit and throw everyone into it. Also, her name is Dr. Sith, and I'm like, yes, join the dark side. I'm pronouncing it Sith from now on. Eating at the moment? Oh, peanut butter toast is good. Yeah. He's her name is now Darth Palpatine to me.
Let's see. Apparently, I can't find the.
Sith?
Yeah, it's usually. Yes, I mean Scythe is one way to pronounce it. Which I think Scythe like fits well for her, but
she kind of does look like a Dark Lord of the Sith. She kind of do be giving off Dark Lord of the Sith vibes. When I officially establish the first division at the Scotland Yard, she will run it as my right-hand woman. Now then, speaking of the symposium, Miss Mikotoba. What weapons do Reapers use?
Yes, my lord.
He reminds me of a Sith Lord, not gonna lie. He reminds me of incompetent Republic senators. If we talk about Star Wars.
I like the little clarification you had there.
Listen, there's only a few good Republic senators from Star Wars, and that includes Queen Amidala and Princess Leia. Okay, Mon Mothma, Bail Organa. Those are two also really good senators. They'll actually try their best. Actually, so to get off tangent entirely, in episode 3, there was this whole meeting between Bail Organa, Mon Mothma, and Princess Amidala and Queen Amidala that they took out of the fucking movie, which is so depressing. Where they actually had a coalition of about 10 senators. And when they were talking about these, what weapon do Reapers use? They use a scythe, and she could be considered like a weapon for the criminal justice division, including that of the Reaper of the Bailey. I got you. Fair enough, Chip. She's still gonna be known as Sith to me. And they had this whole conversation of how they were really concerned about Chancellor Palpatine's populist movement being all about grabbing power and solidifying within the Grand Chancellor, within the Chancellor position, instead of actually allowing it to be within the actual Senate itself, and demoting democracy and encouraging fascism. And they took that out of the fucking movie. Like, come on. Like, very obviously, so the prequels are all about how fascism rises up, right? You have that in episode 1, 2, and 3. It's all about fascism rising up and how Chancellor Palpatine uses his Supreme Chancellor role to actually consolidate power and manipulate. Jar Jar Binks, horrible senator. Gonna say it right there. Fucking dude can't think through shit, right? Good guy, horrible senator. But like, so you go through all that. And and people are like, oh, don't make Star Wars political. Like, it's always been political. There's this one guy who commented on YouTube on this one dude's thing is like, the original trilogy couldn't be about the Vietnam War unless America was the empire. And George Lucas himself is like, yeah, it's basically how it is. The fucking empire is meant to represent America, or any like really oppressive governing power or imperialism in general, while the rebels are to represent people who are resisting imperial rule and fascism. It's just kind of like, huh, wow, George Lucas said you're an idiot, random YouTube commentator. Anyways.
You're very passionate. I love it.
I get, you heard me get on about some Star Wars stuff like Darth Treya. You've heard me. I've gone on for hours about this. It
is always a bit funny when people are like, don't make it political.
Yeah. Oh, fucking, just to talk about Starfield real quick again. This dude was like really mad. This cool bald streamer bro who's like the definition of like fuckboy streamer. It's just like, they added fucking pronouns to the game. You could choose to be he, him, she, her, they, them. How dare they add pronouns? And it's like, my dude, in Skyrim and in Fallout, they always refer to you as they, them, because no matter what body you chose, they didn't include any pronouns. So now you're asking to go from non-binary to choosing male or female, and you're upset about that?
Yeah.
And also, Fallout is all about corporate entities putting people against each other and just trying to make a big profit. And Skyrim's all about literally a civil war, which is basically about racist people wanting to take their country back, and people who are not great and full of corruption and are pretty shitty who are trying to unite a land to face against something bigger. It's, my dude, it's always been political. It's your, no matter what game, BioShock, political. Anything Bethesda? Political. Name a game. Splatoon? Political. Monster Hunter? And Splatoon is actually political. It's really funny. Monster Hunter? I don't think it's actually political. I'll be perfectly honest there. Ace Attorney? Political. Zelda? Kinda, I guess.
I don't know if Zelda's political.
You can make it argument, but the thing is, someone named Zelda Little just followed Zelda Little. Thank you very much for the follow. I mean, you can argue that, like, you know, some sub themes like Twilight Princess might be. Phasma about to get them ghost out here, yeah. But yeah, no. So like, most of your faves in video games are absolutely political. Stop fucking saying Starfield's political because pronouns. It sounds stupid. Hi, no problem, no problem, Zelda. Do you like Zelda? I hope you like Zelda because we don't do a lot of Zelda here. But we do a lot of Ace Attorney. Alright, let's continue. Your father should be in the high seas as we speak, making his way to represent the Empire of Japan.
Yes, that's right. I understand he will arrive at the beginning of next month.
Are you acquainted, Lord Strongheart? With Professor Mikotoba, I mean. It was many years ago, but yes, I remember Dr. Mikotoba very well. Oh shit, okay. If my memory serves, some 15 years ago now, but your father came to Britain as a visiting student.
It was the year I was born, so yes, 16 years ago in fact.
Damn. Mikotoba was a young practitioner of forensic science, and Jijoku accompanied him as a young, promising judge. Oh shit, okay. Fuck that word. Holy shit, what? Also, to be fair, I'm a huge Star Wars nerd myself. I actually have like 30 of the Knights of the Old Republic's comments, so trust me. The Knights of the Old Republic, we can talk a lot about that. I do, but I don't mind watching other games that are new to me. Hell yeah, no. If you like Ace Attorney is a very fun series. So I hope you do enjoy that. We do Ace Attorney, Monster Hunter, and we do Splatoon here. And hey, by the way, guys, if anyone wants, please subscribe to my YouTube. I do Potion Permit there as well, which is a lot of fun. But yeah, the Knights of the Old Republic and the Old Republic in general were fantastic. See you later, Chip. Especially when it came to Darth Treya, aka Jedi Master Kreia, and her view on the Force, as it was the most nuanced view of the Force we've ever had, and I love it. It's also one of the most flawed views of the Force we've ever had, and I love it. Because they're simply put, okay, stop. We'll get into this another day. We will get into this another day.
I know you love talking about her. She's
such a flawed character and such a piece of shit. I love it. Punctiliousness. What? Punctiliousness?
I think it's punctiliousness. I don't. It's like when I read it in my head, it makes sense, but then I try and say it, and I can't say it.
Enjoy the lurk, Zelda. Lurking is. We love lurkers here. Enjoy lurking.
Punctiliousness. I don't.
The punctiliousness and politeness of the Japanese are, at the time, impressed us greatly. Not that I wish to imply impoliteness or carelessness on your part in any way. Oh shit!
Get dunked on.
Fucking dunk on me, okay. I didn't think that you were. Dr. Mikotoba studied forensics at one of London's large hospitals. St. Sinners, if I'm not mistaken. Dr. Sith was also there as an apprentice.
And Dr. Scythe knows my father, does she?
You went out of your way not to say Sith there.
I just don't see it as this.
She was a young medical student at the time, so I doubt their paths crossed regularly. But I've no doubt they knew each other superficially. After all, Dr. Mikotoba was here studying his subject for some 6 years in total. 6 years? That's longer than we're studying abroad, isn't it?
I lived with my grandmother in those years.
So he left his newly born daughter behind and went overseas for 6 whole years. Did his wife die?
It was a rather turbulent time at home.
Oh.
Perhaps father wanted a reason to get away.
What do you mean? Why? Well, clearly something was going on at the time. Sith Galactic Empire starts play. Bum 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 ba-dum bum ba-dum. I wanted to ask you about Lord Van Zeeks, actually. I heard that his older brother was killed some years ago by a mass murderer known as the Professor, who targeted nobles and royalty. Is that right? You Japanese are a thorough lot. You've done your research well. Yes! And you could say it was that very incident that gave rise to the Reaper. What? Why? When his brother, Clint Van Zeeks, was murdered. It was just after young Baroque had graduated from the University of London to become a prosecutor. When obvious criminals started to manage to evade convictions in court started... when obvious criminals who managed to evade conviction in court started disappearing, rumors quickly spread throughout the capital. Londoners started to say that whenever Baroque Van Zeeks went, the ghost of his dead brother wasn't far behind.
Oh my word.
So, Lord Van Zeeks isn't the Reaper, it's the ghost of his brother? Ever since that time, he became a very aloof figure in London's legal circles. Oh yes, Lord Strongheart. Go ahead. It's about Professor Harebrain's experimental machine. We'd like your permission to examine the remains, if possible. Are you well versed in science, then? Not the slightest. In fact, you can say I was barely aware of the subject until recently. Well, the special dispensation act legally preventing the investigation of the machine is currently being annulled. In a few hours, Dr. Scythe's team of forensic experts will begin their own investigation. But I suppose until then, there's no harm when you look at the wreckage, as long as you touch nothing. Thank you. Being able to look at it is better than nothing.
But I'll be able to see it too.
Your time is up. You'll have to excuse me now, I'm afraid. My next engagement calls.
We're extremely sorry to have troubled you when you are so busy, my lord.
I have important matters to attend to in preparation for the symposium, you understand. Alright. What we're going to do right now, guys, first of all, everyone who is on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. At this point in time, I am probably still on my vacation. And that means that you're watching this VOD probably a week or two after the stream aired. I will be back the week of the 25th? The 24th, actually. To start streaming again. But I'm going to be having a very long and relaxing vacation for myself. It's going to be very nice. So, hey, if you guys are watching on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. I hope you all had a good one. Y'all stay safe and stay Botanist Cool, and I'll see you soon. Bye, YouTube.
Bye.